quick shout out to my man Paul Norfleet, who just came in with his wife and family. Okay. All right, and now we're ready for my friend Adrian. You ready, Adrian? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, he is a social justice worker and a songwriter who combines songs and poems. He does a lot of stuff, man. He does a lot of stuff, and also cameraman.
Okay. Well, I don't have a published book yet, but what I do is I print these out, and I also combine photos. And I use large type because I read my poems. I've written just too many to ever memorize them. So I'll read this one first. It's called The Middle of the Night. And you wonder why, or just how inspiration comes to pass. And it's changed for me over the years. But this will explain a little of it. Why do I have to wake up in the middle of the night? Why can't I wait till 4 p.m. and then begin to write? It's kind of inconvenient to lose my sleep this way. It sure would be my preference to wait until the day. When I was a teenager, the evening was my time. I would find some paper and fill it with my rhyme. There was no early rising. I just stayed in bed. But now the thoughts come early and I get up instead. I wonder how Paul Simon or old Bob Dylan write. I only know that Johnny Cash was never seen in white. Did Johnny get up early? He was the man in black. And when he finished writing, did he hit the sack? If I could write those great songs the world would listen to, I wouldn't be complaining about what I'm going through. I'd stay up late each evening, I'd rise before the dawn. I'd fill the world with singing before I traveled on. Now, I read this as a poem, but there's something else true about most of what I write these days. I write along with some tune. Now, sometimes I make up a tune in my head. Sometimes I borrow a tune. Now, you probably want to guess the way I read this, what tune was in my head when I wrote it. But it was by Johnny Cash. It was Folsom Prison Blues. And I've written, I counted some last night, I've written 50 sets of lyrics to just that one song. And I do it, it's something I discovered back around, well, I really went big into it in 2003. And it's a way of, it gives you structure, let's put it that way. It gives you some structure, it helps you with the rhyming, and what you have left, you have a song, or you can, most of the time it works as a poem also. So I have this little thing I've put together, this little chart, and I decided, well, I can make some kind of game, and maybe someday I'll do this, but, and I just picked out eight tunes. And by the way, most of these are, the copyright is no longer valid, so they're public domain, which helps. So you don't have to worry. Folsom Prison, of course, is not public domain, but most of the others. And something like Jingle Bells, for instance. I've written a bunch of songs to that tune, and most of them are not Christmas songs anyway. But I have something here that I think I would like to read. And it's not directly political, but it says something about the situation we are in today. So it's called Not a Sin to Disagree. It's not a sin to disagree or have opinions, you and me. That is the way we're meant to be. That is the only way we're free. free to confer, free to discuss. That is the freedom given us. So we should never be afraid when someone's view to us is made. We can do each and every one a resource be in what we've done. It likewise works the other way. Some value in what others say. It doesn't mean what you must do, let others just encourage you. Their interests are in, to you, the signs that you are on their hearts and minds. A lonely place this world we see, why make it hard a friend to be? There's no need for conformity. We can agree to disagree. And with our very points of view, advantage comes to me and you. We seek advice when we invest. Why not in others seek the best? And there's a saying that if two people agree completely on everything, one of them is unnecessary. Thank you.